What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, these are videos part 1 and part 2 of what every country is worst at. Now we finna do what every country is best at. I feel like it's only right to see the good things as well, so this is part 1. Finna jump into this. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and let's check it out.
This video is made possible by Skillshare. Start learning anything for free for 2 months at skl.sh/reallifelore14. Every country is the best or the worst at something. So what is your specific country best or worst at in the entire world? Half of the countries in the world are in this video, while the next half will be in next week's video called Part 2. So we'll continue in alphabetical order by going to Afghanistan first, which produces the most opium in the world. 90% of world heroin contains opium produced here. Albania has the highest number of military bunkers per capita in the world. There are 5.7 bunkers every square kilometer, or 1 bunker for every 18 people in the country.
Wow.
Algeria is the largest country in the world, which has 0% of their territory made up of water. Andorra has the highest life expectancy in the world at an amazing 81.1 years. Angola has the highest infant mortality rate in the world at 96 deaths for every 1,000 births. Antigua and Barbuda has the lowest suicide rate anywhere in the world and was the only country in 2015 to not report a single suicide.
Wow.
Argentina has the highest consumption of beef per capita, with people consuming an average 65.2 kilograms per year.
I guess that's a good thing. If you like beef, man, Argentina is the place to be.
Capita, with people consuming an average 65.2 kilograms per year. Armenia has the longest non-stop cable car ride that stretches for 5.6 kilometers in length. Australia has the highest recorded number of fatal shark attacks, reporting 259 fatal incidents since 1900. Meanwhile, Austria has the most paid time off for employees in the world, up to 43 days per year. Azerbaijan has the largest percentage of territory covered by mud volcanoes. About half of all mud volcanoes in the world are located here, so congratulations. The Bahamas has the lowest business tax rate in the world, 0%, while Bahrain has the lowest individual.
I see why everybody like going to the Bahamas all the time.
Lowest business tax rate in the world, 0%, while Bahrain has the lowest individual tax rate in the world, also 0%. Bangladesh has the most rivers in the world. There are over 700 inside the country.
Oh my gosh.
Belarus has the highest amount of alcohol consumed per capita in the world. 17.5 liters are consumed per person per year. Belgium, meanwhile, has the highest individual tax rate in the world, up to 64%. Bhutan has the largest percentage of their population involved in agriculture, over 80% of the population. Bolivia is the largest producer of Brazil nuts, so again, congrats. While Bosnia and Herzegovina has the largest number of landmines per capita in the world, 152 landmines for every square kilometer of the country. Botswana is the world's largest producer of diamonds, and Brazil has the most FIFA World Cup victories with 5 total wins so far. Brunei has the lowest public debt.
I did always used to see Brazil. They got a guy I used to see because I had a friend that played FIFA. He used to post them all the time. I think it was from back in the day, though. It was back in the
victories with 5 total wins so far.
That's dope.
Brunei has the lowest public debt in the world, and Bulgaria is the world's largest producer of rose oil. Burundi has the lowest GDP per capita, just $277 per person per year. Cambodia is the most Buddhist country in the world, at about 97% of the population, while Cameroon has the highest business tax rate in the world, 38.5%. Canada is the most educated country in the world, with 54% of the population completing some form of tertiary education. Meanwhile, the Central African Republic is ranked as the least happiest country in the world. Chad has the highest...
How is it ranked the least happiest? I think it's supposed to be about the world, what is best at? Is best at being unhappy?
Maternal death at childbirth ratio, and Chile has the record for the strongest recorded earthquake, a 9.5 on the Richter scale. China produces the most CO2 emissions of any country, but also produces the most gross renewable energy in the world. Colombia is the largest producer of cocaine, producing 495 tons in 2015. The Democratic Republic of the Congo...
I think all this is really... I think this is just some facts at this point.
the highest percentage of its population suffering from undernourishment, 75%. The next door Republic of the Congo, meanwhile, consumes the least electricity in the world. Costa Rica has the highest environmental happiness among their citizens, while Côte d'Ivoire is the largest producer of cocoa at 1/3 of the global supply. Croatia, meanwhile, leads the world in the number of kidney transplants, while Cuba has the most baseball World Cup victories with 25 gold medals. Cyprus has the oldest woman who ever paraglided, who is 104 years old. And the Czech Republic is the most atheist country in the world at 75% of the entire population. Denmark is ranked as the least corrupt country in the world, and Ecuador has the most biodiversity per square kilometer of any country on Earth. Egypt is the most heavily mined country with over 23 million active mines, while Eritrea has the highest number of child workers. Estonia has the most women per man in the world, 0.84 men for every 1 woman. Ethiopia has the most expensive internet in the world, and Fiji has the best performance at the Rugby World Cup Sevens, winning twice. Finland has the highest coffee consumption in the world at 2.64 cups of coffee per day per person. France, at the same time,
coffee must be really good to be drinking 2 to 3 cups a day.
64 cups of coffee per day per person. France, at the same time, is the most visited country on the planet. She received 86.3 million tourists in 2015 alone. Gabon has the highest number of sun-tailed monkeys, and Gambia is ranked as the least militarized country on Earth. Georgia is the largest producer of khachapuri, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing correctly, and 88% of their population prefers it over pizza.
Is that bread and eggs or something?
Germany has won the most Winter Olympic medals in history, and Greece has the highest consumption of olive oil at 26.1 kilograms per person per year. Guatemala is the largest producer of the spice called cardamom, while Guinea has the world's largest aluminum ore reserves. Guyana has the highest suicide rate in the world for women, 15.5 suicides for every 100,000 women. Haiti has the world's smallest military with only 50 total soldiers, and Honduras has the highest murder rate in the world at 84.6 people murdered per 100,000. Meanwhile, Hungary has the highest per capita number of porn stars, and Iceland has the highest percentage of internet users. 92% of the population is connected to the internet. India produces the most movies in the world at 1,255 films in 2011, while Indonesia has the shortest average height in the world, 5 feet 2 inches for men and 4 feet 10 inches for women.
Was that, I seen, when I looked on, well, that, you know, everybody, all these videos may not always be accurate, but it told me the Philippines, it was the Philippines that was that height.
Iran has the largest number of former capital cities, 32, so, I mean, figure it out, guys. And Iraq has the highest number of terrorist activities in the world. Ireland has won Eurovision the most times of any country, 7 times. While Israel spends the most amount of time on social media, 11.1 hours per person per month. Italy has the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, 51 total, while Jamaica is home to the world's fastest man, Usain Bolt. Japan has the highest number of 3-star Michelin restaurants, 31 total, and Jordan has the lowest point below sea level, -428 meters. In addition to being the #1 exporter of potassium, Kazakhstan has the highest consumption of salt in the world. Kenya is the world's largest producer of black tea, and Kuwait has the world's highest valued currency, the dinar, only one of which is equal to $3.3 US. Meanwhile, Latvia has the highest literacy rate in the world at 99.9% of their population, while Lebanon has the highest number of refugees per capita. There is 1 refugee for every 5 citizens that lives in the country. Meanwhile, Lesotho produces the highest percentage of their electricity from renewable energy, 100% of it.
Man, it's a bunch of countries I have never heard of and never seen. Like, that is... Man, how many? I need to see how many countries is there in total? Cause I mean, I know the basic geography. I know my continents. I know my states and stuff. But It's a lot of countries out here.
Liberia has the
Never
highest
heard
number of
of.
deaths caused by the Ebola virus. Libya has statistically the most dangerous roads to drive
Oh
on
my
in the world.
God.
And finally, Liechtenstein is the only country in
Liechtenstein.
the world you can actually rent for the totally affordable price of $70,000 per night.
You can rent out Liechtenstein. That's smaller than Luxembourg. That's way smaller. I gotta check that one out.
What would you do with an entire country you rented out for a few nights? You could host your own concert for the country's 37,000 residents, but for that, you'd actually need to know a little bit about music production and audio work.
That
and
is
what better
crazy.
place to learn that than over at Skillshare? While learning how
That's
to master your
insane.
own songs may be cool, Skillshare, of course, has so many other interesting
Oh, that's
for a few
it.
nights. You could host
That was it. I'm talking about Skillshare again. Shout out to Skillshare, you know what I'm saying? I used Skillshare before. But man, every country what they're best at. I feel like that was just giving some facts, because some of that stuff I'm like, But yeah, I thought that was interesting. Liechtenstein, so many countries out here. Liechtenstein, I didn't know you can rent out the whole country. That's insane. Like, if somebody did that, that would be, oh my gosh. I gotta see that be done. That's crazy. But guys, that's all I have for this video. Definitely gonna check out part 2 so I can finish up with the other countries and stuff like that. But yes, let me know if you've seen your country on here. Let me know what you think. If he got it right, or if there's more to it, you know. Feel like, of course, there's always gonna be more to it, but you know, this was kind of like a little speed video, it seemed like. But that's all I have. Hit that subscribe button. Y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.